Did you know Robin well? I guess you did if you were
Yes,
shopping.
I did. I knew him very well.
How did you, when did you first meet him?
I met him years and years ago in Canada on a talk show. It was one of those talk shows where they do a live one and a taped one. And I was the taped one, he was the live one.
Oh, so you guys weren't even on the same episode?
No.
But what, you talk backstage?
Yeah, we had a laugh backstage. And I said, what do you do? He said, I'm an actor. I'd never heard of him, you see.
Oh, this is you. This is in
Wow.
the 70s.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So was this before he got Mork and Mindy or right around that
Yeah,
time?
and then I met him again when he was doing Popeye in Malta.
Okay, yeah. So you knew him for a long, long
Yeah.
time. And you guys kind of stayed in touch for all these.
Yeah, he used to come on holiday to my house in Scotland and
Wow.
Really?
laugh, yeah.
And what would you do? Would you guys go out or would you live separate holidays?
I was cycling and having a laugh and parties and dinners.
So you really knew him. You were quite close.
Yeah.
Did you know, I mean, I knew him very casually, not like that. And did you know that he was in a bad way?
No, Bobcat told me. You know Bobcat
Sure.
Goldthwait? He told me. And he said, Robin said I've not to tell you, but he's got Parkinson's as well. And I said, never. And he started to phone me. And it was weird because he was saying, you know, I love you. And I was saying, yeah, and of course I know you love me. He said, you know, you definitely know I love you. And I said, yeah. And he did it for a while and then he was gone. And my wife, who's a psychologist, said that was him saying goodbye.
He wanted you to know. And you didn't, when you talked to him, you know, a guy, especially a guy who's such a good actor and so good at letting people see what he wants them to see, he probably gave no indication that that was where he was headed.
No. It was very weird.
Yeah. What advice do you give to people if someone says they have Parkinson's? What do you say? I mean, because you're someone who's doing okay. What do you say to them?
I have never been in that position, but I think I would say just get on with it.
Yeah.
What would you say to Robin Williams if you knew that he wasn't gonna?
I wouldn't do anything because you have to give a guy the position that he's wise enough to make up his own mind.
You wouldn't try to save his life.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, you've probably seen that happen before, especially, you know, you're in this business, there's so many people that party and do, you know, and self-destruct in whatever way that is. You know, I mean, I know a lot of guys have done crazy things or depressing things or, you know, you never get used to it, but it's never a surprise to me when somebody I know as a performer, I find out is really depressed or, you know,
Yeah.
you just seen that so much. Now, do you go through bouts of depression at all? Like, are you a guy that could go like, yeah, if health got bad enough, I would just check out on my own? Or are you a guy who...
Yeah, sometimes I give it a bit of thought when I'm in bed and I think, well, this is forever. This isn't going to get better. It's going to get worse. And but then I try and change my mind and I try and meditate and move away from it sideways.
Because it can, because especially with all this DNA testing and stuff like that, it's one of those things that all of a sudden tomorrow they could announce that they figured something out, a medication that makes, you know, the symptoms almost, you know, there's always hope that they're going to
Of course there is.
find something.
Yeah.